Every day I'm rising to my inner vision.
So welcome to the Unknown Tribe, Palmaïa's channel where we speak to all the amazing people who come through Palmaïa. I'm Alex, I'm the host of the show. And Dulce Ruby today we have here, who has a company called Despierta. And this is very relevant for us because in Palmaïa we have a little boutique. And the idea of the boutique is in the 1800s, people would, merit wouldn't be necessarily only be about money, right? So in the 1850s and many, like all the 1800s, people would go out and discover around the world things, you know? So like do a scientific discovery, or they go and do an archaeological dig, or find a bone of a strange animal. And they'd put this in these cabinets they'd all have in their homes now. And these were known as cabinets of curiosities, you know? So the idea of the store is almost that you go in there and it's like a curiosities cabinet where you find things that you would not usually find in a resort store, no? So we always try and support only independent businesses with people who have passion, who are doing incredible projects. And Dulce Ruby is one of them.
Thank you.
So tell us about Despierta and what it is and how it came about. And I'd love to hear a story.
Amazing. Thank you. First out, shout out to Guillermo del Toro, Cabinet of Curiosities. I had to say.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a great show. So Despierta, for me, before I even created this product or these products, I had a motto since I was 13. I trademarked wide awake and always dreaming.
Okay.
My entire life journey kind of led me to create Despierta, where since I was really young, I had a really difficult time differentiating reality and quote unquote fantasy, the dreamscape and our waking realm. And that's not in an ungrounded woo-woo sense. It's literally, I didn't know people didn't dream the way that I dreamt and didn't perceive reality the way that I perceive it. And so I've always had the sense of like, I am always wide awake and always dreaming, whether I have my eyes closed or my eyes open. And so with Despierta, wide awake and always dreaming kind of hit both that within that word. It had that nuance where Despierta in Spanish means wake up, but it also means I'm awakened, right? Or I am awake. And so the brand kind of stems from that. And it started with teas. I obviously have those 3 products, but there's more coming. But the ethos of this is I had just gotten off of a world peace tour, living at a temple. You know, my job prior to that was soul traveler, and I was doing inner and outer world explorations and traveling the world with a monk and all these things. And then I met my spouse, and I was like, what can I do or create to best serve the collective at this point? And I went out into our forest, and it came into me, like I channeled in all this beautiful wisdom of like, how can I create something tangible that's more relatable, less intimidating than meditation, which I had been teaching around the world for almost 8 years professionally. And I created this divine trifecta of like dream, sleep, and awaken. And in that sense, it's the same as people who think about like mind, body, and soul. Yeah. So for me, the first product that I did was astral projection or Astral Traveler. So it's good for lucid dreaming.
Which is that one? Let me see.
So it's the light purple one. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just to let everyone know, these are actually, they look a bit tatty because they're open, because I insisted on smelling them before because she was saying, they smell so good. And I was like, let me smell these little things. I want to smell it. I want to smell it again.
Yeah. Oh. So that one is my only loose leaf botanical blend. Yeah. Okay. And that one is actually my most metaphysically leaning, like very intentionally. Yeah. So it's for astral travel. And that means that you can take this at night and have more vivid dreams, better dream recall, actually with, as my partner likes to say, it builds. So if you do it like 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, you're now like more like the astral plane is more accessible and able to tap into more out-of-body experiences, astral projection, lucid dreaming, dream recall, and all these things, right? So that one was my first one, and I felt like that's more of the spirit of mind and body spirit. You're connecting more with your inner self, your deeper understanding, more metaphysical, esoteric knowledge. Morning Mystic, which is the one in the front, was more of the mind.
Up as well,
yeah. That's more on the mind, and it helps decalcify the pineal gland.
Smell it again, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, and it helps with like inflammation and all these things as well. And the last one was Celestial Calm. It's the last one at the end. Yeah.
Blue one, I'd say. Yeah.
Purple with blue.
Purple, sorry.
Yeah. And it helps with it's more for like creating like a chill Zen vibe, or it helps you sleep at night because obviously we all need to decompress at the end of the evening in order to get a good night deep rest. And at the end of the day, the metaphysical aspect and the medicinal properties were interwoven in a way that I was able to balance the two. So for me, it's just like being able to integrate both the, again, 3D physical material plane of existence with the, higher dimensional, esoteric, metaphysical things that I actually truly enjoy most. And that's what Despierta really is at the moment before I grow.
And tell us where all this knowledge comes from as well, because you're Mexican heritage, right?
Yeah.
And you come from a line of curanderas.
Curandera.
Here in Mexico. Why don't we tell everyone what a curandera is?
Okay, so curandera or curanderos are people who are indigenous practitioners of shamanism in Mexico. So I know it's like this big thing where, healers are popping up left and right all over the world. And that's beautiful. And it's an incredible movement that's happening. But shamans have been around for a long, long time. And it is, I feel, one of the most beautiful traditions that can be passed down. As myself, I have a lot of family members that were curanderos and curanderas growing up. I have that in my lineage. I grew up with my grandma, teaching me a few little like mirror practices. And, my grandpa knew all of the holistical remedies in the world. Savila, aloe being like his go-to for everything. And so I guess 4 or 5 years ago, I really started to get right back into it after the World Peace Tour was more focused on my spiritual practice and inner work with meditation, breath work, very simple stuff. But then when I moved to Canada and I got back into like, how can I best serve the collective at this time? And I was creating Despierta. I was like, why not just create herbs, get back into that practice and that herbal alchemy. And so as I got deeper into it and back into my practice, I feel, and I would like to say, where it's just like, I really started to feel that spark come back and it's where I really shine. And so, I found...
No, sorry. And where did you, like the information, did you rely a lot on your families as well from Mexican people?
Yes.
Did you have friends as well who are in this realm, or did you do a lot of the research yourself based on maybe books and articles and things from the past?
All of the above. Okay. Books, teachers, So what happened was I really wanted to get back into it. And so I started like searching like...
So the reason I say this is they really are unique. When you smell them, they're really amazing.
Thank you so much. No, so one, I went to culinary school in New York, so I'm really good with flavors. So that's the flavor profile. But in terms of the metaphysical, the medicinal, and the herbal alchemy of it, I started researching. And with the world being like so consumed with like this consumerism of healers and spirituality, and it was really hard to find a genuine curandero. But I found one, and it took a while, and then out of nowhere, like things just kind of unfolded in a way where I was asked to come and help translate at this curanderismo workshop in Minnesota. I found my teacher. Long story short, I became an initiate, and I was studying beneath her for a while. And then a couple years later, she asked me to help her with the University of New Mexico and help with the traditional medicine without borders course. And that was 2 years ago. Now I'm going back this year and I'm teaching there. So it'll be fun. And so it's kind of just unfolded in the most beautiful, natural way that it could have.
What about your, for example, your guidelines on quality? What do you do to maintain the best quality of the products and everything? How do you do it? Like we were speaking before, and you say that you only make it at certain times of the month, and the energy, the astrological alignments. Tell us about that. I think that's got a lot of intent and beauty in it. And I think that's a lot of value that other things don't have as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really do think that's one of the things that makes it most unique. First of all, in terms of quality, it took me 2 years to formulate this, not only to kind of get the right dosages down to the scientific mathematics, but also in herbal alchemy, I don't even know if that's an actual term. It is now. Yeah, that's what I see it, right? Where it's just like having that balance of like, okay, medicinally it works, metaphysically it's in harmony with what I think, but then working with the celestial events. So I only fill on the full moon. I charge them from the full moon to the new moon, so for 2 weeks, and I do very small batches, right? So that's in terms of that. But when I was creating and formulating, I did more research than I think anybody would have. But I wanted to make sure that everything I got was organic or locally sourced, sustainably sourced. And so the quality of the ingredients of these blends, and I will say so myself because I've tried and I have obviously tons of reviews of people saying the same. It is so unique and it is so clear. It's so evident that they're so different than anything else. And I think also that it's energetic, right? Where it's just like, it tastes good and it looks pretty and it smells good, but does it work? it works. And this is not, again, this is not like,
we won.
yeah. This is not just me saying it. Like there's been so many stories and emails coming in from the day.
I read some interesting comments of people for sure that were like mind blown by the effects they were having from your tea. So that's really amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so if people want to buy them as well, if they're not at Palmaïa, obviously, is there a web page as well? Are you going to sell it online? Well, what's the idea?
Yeah, so I have a website. It's Despierta.one, so ONE, and I sell them there. And I also obviously do wholesale. I have it on Fair. I have it on my website as wholesale. I do it for events or like resorts and cafes have it. So I'm pretty much, however you wish to purchase them, I can make it happen. I am a small business. It's literally just me. So
we're
if you
proud to have you here.
Oh, I'm so lucky. No,
such small batches. Exclusivity we get some, which is amazing.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep it that way. Like in the beginning, it's a blessing and a curse. I created them. I made them so beautiful. People just assumed that I was this like big corporation and, like give us $10,000 and we'll promote it and we'll get you everywhere and Oprah and this and that and whatever.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, it's just me. I just launched it out of pocket, right? But at the same time, like I do think it's kind of special in the sense where I'm physically the one making them. And like people who have followed the story too, right? Like I went from, I won't get into the whole story, but being on billboards and magazines as a model and then leaving all my material possessions behind and moving to a temple, then doing a world peace tour. And it's like,
the culmination of your knowledge in a bag, imagine.
Yeah, exactly. And it's tangible finally. Like when I was doing meditations or experiential journeys, as I'd like to call them, and I was teaching people how to like go deeper into themselves through lucidity work and bringing their dreams into fruition, like literally beyond manifestation and that standard woo-woo stuff. Like I have helped so many incredible people reach the most unfathomable dreams. And I'm like, how can I make this happen for the masses? Not just the elite and the celebrities and the, the who's who of this generation, but like my hood. Like when I made this, I was like, I want, the person down in the
your neighbor.
Yeah.
Your friendly neighbor.
Yeah, like my old school.
To go astral traveling.
Yeah. And so I wanted to create something accessible and I felt like I nailed it. Like I'm so happy and proud of it, but it's cool.
How would you, like, for example, for someone's looking at the 3 bags right now, maybe aside from like, oh, I can't sleep well or whatever, how would you like direct them at each person? What would you see the profile of the person for each bag is basically?
Okay.
Right?
So,
because apart from the general name, like.
Yeah.
Because there's more to it than that, right?
Oh, 100%. So I think if somebody's like a spiritual explorer or a seeker or someone who's like into or curious about like the metaphysical or even like symbolism, I think Astral Traveler is one of the most incredible blends that they can, and again, when we're talking about specific people, I think that's the one that they would most gravitate towards because it's something new. It's like, oh, a drink that can help me explore myself more deeply. That's interesting. Nice. And again, this is non-psychoactive. This is more of like blends or herbs that have been used through all of time, the ancients, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Greek, the Egyptians. And I basically, when I was doing all of the research, I made sure that I found the people who were utilizing herbs for divination, prophecy, dream recall, all these things. And it's like the Egyptians used blue lotus, the Mexicans and Aztecs and the Mayans and the Toltecs were all using Kaliasakatachichi, Damiana. The Greek were using, anyways. I made sure that I put them all in there in the perfect dosages and it's all in that bag, right? So
amazing.
That's for that. And then I think Morning Mystic for me, if I had to think about like the caricature or the avatar that would gravitate towards it is the person who really loves coffee. And
that's half the world.
Yeah, and then I'm not saying, and then this doesn't have caffeine. So I'm not saying it's the person who wants to transition to something totally different, but it's like the person that like, you know what, every now and then I'm going to try and take something without caffeine. And this is the perfect like activation for me where it's just like, it's nice, it's light, it's healthy, but it also gives you that sense of, so it has roses like micro ground into it. So it's like
stimulating alternative coffee maybe? Yeah.
I mean, I honestly.
Stimulating, no?
Yeah, no, it's not stimulating. It's more so just like, I know my partner likes to say it's like awakening. Oh, it's literally my awakening blend, right? So it just gives you that like sense of, okay, I can take on the day without like the jitters. I don't drink coffee, so
like wired.
You're not going to be wired. So that one's always an interesting one. Or even like if you want to think about a different avatar, the Instagram girlies who love like their turmeric latte, but with more of a conscious twist. That's my girl.
Got it. Lots of those here.
Yeah, why not? Like I like my little yogi girls. And then Celestial Calm is more for the person. You know what? I think Celestial Calm is for the everybody. The person who every now and then you just need a moment to unwind and just like zen out, or even like the person who struggles to sleep, which is most people these days. Like celestial calm is probably the most, aside from Astral Traveler with its like, absurd draw. Celestial calm has the craziest reviews where, there's people who have had insomnia for years that.
Yeah, I read some of those.
Yeah, and they're like, I have not slept this deeply since I was a child. And I'm like, geez, like, thank you.
Put in everyone's tea in the hotel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, at night. Drink this every night.
Make sure they sleep well. Exactly.
Yeah.
And what about, for example, like most people will look at, put it in water and boil it, whatever, but there's actually a way you prefer to make it. So I'd like you to tell people what would be the way you would make each one of them as well, right? Because it's not just buying a bag and heating water up, right?
No. So the only one that is a specific, like very botanical heat, water, steep is Astral Traveler.
Okay.
And you can steep it, I would say no more than like 10 minutes, but usually 2 to 3 minutes in boiling water without burning the leaves. If it tastes bitter, you went too far.
Okay.
But yeah, the other two are, I call them super powders.
Okay.
It's not like something that exists in the world. I kind of just, drink my super powders to activate your superpowers. And I really stand behind that. And they can be pretty much added to anything. Like Morning Mystic, my little sister loves it in smoothies. My partner loves it as an iced latte. I like it as a warm latte. So that one, I personally like to do as a warm latte. I put a teaspoon into a mug. I put hot milk, plant-based, usually cashew.
Which milk do you prefer, cashew?
I love cashew.
Homemade
but
cashew?
Like cashew, almond, we've tried all of them. Delicious. Also pistachio. I really liked it. It was delicious. And then I froth it and put a little bit of maple syrup from home. We live in Canada.
From the garden. Like it. Keep it local.
Yeah. Back in our backyard.
Amazing.
And then Celestial Calm, very similarly, I really love it as like a warm latte. Cashew milk, just 1 teaspoon, add warm milk over, froth it, put a little bit of maple syrup. But again, they can be put into like baked goods, yogurt bowls with granola on top. And on my website, I actually have different ways that you can enjoy them, and it also comes with a little card, but different things that you can eat with it. So for example, there are foods that you can eat at night that actually help you get better sleep, like cashews, pineapple, cherries, things that are actually melatonin inducing naturally. So
are any of the 3 recommended if you like that will impede you from sleeping, for example?
Astral Traveler.
That one.
Yeah, so I will say it doesn't.
Yeah, because it's both effects, right?
Yeah, I will say that Astral Traveler doesn't impede your sleep, but just as anything else, like in terms of if you dream too often or it's too vivid and it affects your REM, right? So if we want to get into like a scientific angle, if you're going to be, if you want to be, if you wanted to be drinking Astral Traveler, you do not want to do it on days that you need to go to work early, or if you have a very important deadline that you need to wake up for, or you don't want to do it more than 2 weeks at a time, because obviously dreaming will affect your REM cycle and your dream cycle, and it will kind of throw you off. Other than that, no, everything is obviously completely clean, 100% plant-based. There's no sugars, there's no nothing.
When do you prefer to take the morning or evening then?
Okay, so I love Morning Mystic in the morning, that's clear. And the other 2 at night, I do. And then sometimes I do take Celestial Calm in the middle of the day when I just need to unwind. So the 2 in the back are more of like nighttime or...
Which reflects in the color? Okay.
Yeah. And then the Morning Mystic is very bright and sunny. When I do events in Toronto, I actually do Astral Traveler in the middle of the day for meditation.
Oh, wow.
They've asked me to do it for 2 years, and they love it. Like everybody at these events, we sell out. It's great. They take it in the thing, and it helps them meditate. Again, it's not only for dreaming, it's to induce that dreamlike state of consciousness, which is why they're called onergenic blends.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, what is onergenic? That's another word you're using, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Want to know, I think.
Yeah. So I looked at the market, and as any business person would, they're like, well, how do I stand out? One, I knew that I wanted to have like a metaphysical product, and I knew that I wanted them to be very conscious. But I was like, well, if I make it an adaptogenic, that's not really putting myself anywhere different in the market. But I had seen the word onuro. Actually, Despierta as a brand was going to be called onerogenic.
Okay.
No. Onergen, yeah, thank you.
Too complicated. Good job you didn't use it.
Yeah. Well, it's called Onergen. Well, I just couldn't remember because it was like 4 years ago. That was my original idea. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use onergenic because it means something like a substance, a tool that induces dreamlike states of consciousness. So again, going back to the wide awake and always dreaming, seeing reality as the dream itself, the sacred dream. And that's actually where the rest of my work falls under, because this is just like a portion, right? So the lucidity work is really being able to see and perceive reality and awaken to the dream of life itself.
Amazing. Why don't you tell everyone about the other work you do as well, the dream work, I think?
Yeah.
So that's good as well, because you do workshops and things, right? So that's also something they can find you for as well, no?
Yeah. So I currently have a membership called the Sacred Dream Collective. It stems from my course. It was a 6-week intensive called Lucid Living. And it was basically teaching people things that I had been teaching my higher end clientele for the past 12 years. Mm-hmm. Being able to see life and perceive it as a dream, but also taking into consideration how the esoteric or the hermetic practice of as above, so below can really be put into practice on a day-to-day basis, and how you do that, right? So almost 20 years ago, I began doing mirror work with clientele and teaching them how to see within themselves, and then also taking that practice into the dreamscape. Okay. And that helps them in terms of as above and so below. The astral plane is the first plane above our 3D physical material plane of existence. So if you're able to lucidly awaken, become lucid in your dreams, which is here, and we exist in the waking realm here, what you experience here, whether it's intentional or not, it will trickle down to here, right? It will have the same effect. So what I was doing is you can work with people and go into their dreams or walk them, guide them through them with the experiences. And you can either heal trauma or create or manifest, right? So it's just like, if I want to create something that I long for so much, I can see it in my dreamscape as if it was already happening, and then live through that in the dream. And then when I awaken, I am now embodying that energetic imprint, and it actually manifests more quickly. And it's been incredible. I've been able, I mean, I won't get into, thank you. And I've been able to help people manifest, and I won't like name drop, but like people who we all know came to me as clients, and they've have their careers they have because of the work that we've done together. And it's so cool. Congrats. Thank you. No, I love. And so from that, I started now doing it online because I felt like, you know what? I took a long break, and we won't get into why. I took a long break. I took a long break, and then I decided a few years ago, I'm like, you know what? When I started putting things out, I'm like, I kind of want to teach people again. You know, why not? But I don't want to have like just higher end clients. I don't want to be that exclusive. Like, it's great to have them, but like, what about the everyday people, like everyone, the people who really want to like tap into the traumas. where the collective really lies, right? So I started teaching the Lucid Living course. I mean, the response for that like first cohort was so cool. So I created a membership, and now, you know, I'm just doing it here and there. But and then obviously I've done the whole retreat game and had all that. But it's fun because you're able to see the redefinition of a dream. So that's where I feel like the next layer of what I'm teaching people is really uncovering, when we were, or I guess I can speak for myself, when I was younger and I was working with people, they always came to me for material possessions or material wealth or material, everything that was material. And it was that. And the allure was really like, you're a genie, you're going to help me manifest this. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I'm here for. But I was helping them manifest that. And so I was like, if I were to redefine what a dream means to me, it's like, how do you want to feel on a day-to-day basis? What do you want to be like doing on a day-to-day basis? What kind of conversations do you want to be having? And what excites you? What fulfills you? What fills your soul with light, you know? And for me, that's like the dream, right? Where it's just like, I just want to wake up and just feel at peace, or I just want to surround myself with like incredible people such as yourself. And the conversations I want to have, I want them to be deep and meaningful. And as I started to do this with the Lucid Living online course, it's like, oh my God, this is like the feedback is like, this is so simple yet so profound. And I can't believe I knew this. Everybody knows this, right? Like, you should just go after what's in your heart, not, external validation and all these things. But I think the more you get into that state and that sense of perception, the more you start to realize what it is you truly want. And you're able to not only attract it, but see that it's already there, and then just take those steps towards it, right? And I think that in reality, that is the magic. Where like on my Instagram bio, it's like bringing the magic home. I'm like, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just trying to remind you of why we're here, right? So,
I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing. You should be really proud. I love the way that entire ethos of yours is translated into a product which we can have here. We can have a little slice of you in the store that we can sell to people. I think it's amazing. So yeah, we'll hopefully they'll be in the store soon. And is there anything else you'd like to tell our listeners, or anything else that you do they wanted to go to? You told the webpage, we'll have the link anyway under the caption box or whatever it is. And super proud to have you here. Love having independent businesses and supporting independent businesses, and hopefully all of us can create a network together and we can resist the corporate takeover of the world somehow, right? So together we are strong, right?
Yes, 100%.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being on the channel, and let's sell as many as we can.
Yeah. Thank you guys
Take
so
care.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.